Need a little bit of a coffee break here. Alright. Let's do a little rapid fire because the camera battery's about to die and my ass is falling asleep. Mad Max Fury Road, one of the greatest sequels of all time. Toy Story 2, greatest sequel of all time. We have the Rocky Holy Shit box collection. It has all the movies on it, all the way to Rocky Balboa. I'm going to enjoy this later. X-Men 2, fantastic sequel movie. The Wrath of Khan, one of the greatest sequels ever made to Star Trek movie. Superman 2, the director's cut. This is the only one that I watch. Godfather DVD Holy Box collection. This is another required man watching. If you are a man and need to... If you're a guy and haven't watched this, you need to get on it. This is the Alien Anthology, all the Alien movies. Really, the only good ones are 1 and 2, but whatever, it has a cool box. The Terminator Holy Shit package is all of the movies through Salvation. Fuck Genesis, whatever that last one was. I don't own it, and I can barely watch it. I've tried to watch it several times. I never get through it. It's on Netflix for free, and I can't watch a free movie. Star Trek, the Next Generation, is my favorite Star Trek generation. Captain Picard and Data, those are my favorite characters from that generation. These are all the movies that they were in. Alien Covenant. It was an actually good movie. Had the alien in it. Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Okay, this is required for man law. Required man law viewing. This is absolutely necessary. If you have not seen Bruce Lee, you need to get on it. I have Doctor Strange. I do have some of the Marvel movies in their own individual Blu-ray just because I hadn't bought the Holy Shit editions yet. Got Thor Ragnarok, the Target cool movie fun pack. That's actually a really good fun movie. You got the Black Panther Steelbook 4K. I bought the 4K because I recently bought a 4K TV and I just wanted to see the difference, if there was any difference. There's not much difference. Same deal with Spider-Man Homecoming. Excellent movie. Contagion. I like zombie, like my favorite themes are like zombie movies. I don't know why. I have nightmares about zombie apocalypses. Is why I loved The Walking Dead when it was good. Contagion is another one of those movies. It's not a zombie movie, but it's a real accurate depiction of what an outbreak of some viral bacteria would actually look like. Red Sparrow. This is a bit of a racy movie. There's a lot of sexual in this movie and espionage. Espionage and sexual. I recommend it. Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. If you have not seen this movie, you need to get on it. Insidious, The Last Key. I guess this was another prequel after the last 3 Insidious movies. It's very forgettable, but it's watchable for Halloween. The Evil Dead. Now, as far as like not good movies that are so bad that they're great, Evil Dead is one of them. One of my favorite franchises. And I have actually all of the Evil Dead stuff. I have Evil Dead 2, which is actually technically more of a remake. Army of Darkness, which is hilarious. The reboot Evil Dead, which a lot of people give a lot of shit to, but it's actually a great movie of its own right. And the Evil Dead TV series that came out. And unfortunately, that's canceled now, which is why I always say if you like something, buy the DVDs or buy the Blu-rays. You can watch it whenever you want. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. This is a fantastic thing. I might throw that other remake Ghostbusters shit out eventually at one point. Back to the Future, one of my favorite franchises. You see kind of where I like to spend my time and my money. Return of the Living Dead. This is a fantastic zombie movie. It's an 80s movie where the original Night of the Living Dead has already been a thing, and now this sequel is a bunch of 80s punk rock kids that stumble across a graveyard, and there's a bunch of zombies coming at them, and there's a naked chick that gets eaten by zombies, and she becomes like the zombie queen. It's kinky. Ray. This is a fantastic biopic of Ray Charles. Highly recommended. Go for Broke. Actually, you know what's funny is my grandfather gave me this. This is a World War II movie, and he gave it to me twice. That's why it's still in the cellophane. I have another copy of this. He's like, I really want you to watch this movie. Thank you, Grandpa. I've seen it. It's fantastic. The Doors. This is a weird movie about the Doors, and it's an Oliver Stone film, so of course it's going to be edgy and controversial. Val Kilmer when he was a young-looking woman. I mean, a young-looking, good-looking woman, man, whatever. This is a Giorgio Romero movie of Diary of the Dead. This is actually a fun zombie movie to watch. It's like a modern-day outbreak movie. Open range. I love westerns. I would love to live in a time like this where I carry my gun, I have my property, my cows. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, please. You're welcome. Proper etiquette. And if you didn't have proper etiquette and you stepped on my property, you were getting shot. Love this movie. The Page Master. I haven't found this on Blu-ray. I remember watching this as a kid. I loved it. The original Psycho, the black and white Psycho. It'll mess with your mind a little bit if you watch it on Halloween or late night. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. These are actually not bad movies. They really are kind of creepy. I know that the director did some questionable shit. I think he was accused or convicted of like child molestation. I don't know, man. I don't support that, obviously, but these movies, I bought this before I learned what happened, so maybe I'll check that out soon. Zombieland. This is an excellent zombie movie. This is the type of movie that if you're having like a kickback with a bunch of your friends or family and you're like, let's put on a movie, let's watch something, this is the go-to. That and Hangover. Constantine, another like comic book movie, kind of reads. It's not bad. Lights Out is a creepy movie about a mom who has a ghost who kills everybody around her. It's watchable. It's a modern horror movie. Sasha's Party. I bought the Steelbook before I actually watched the movie. This is just weird. I mean, it's funny. It's a little over the top, but it's just weird. Neighbors 2. So you can tell we're getting into like the comedy section. Neighbors 2 wasn't as good as the original Neighbors movie. The Night Before. It's a Christmas movie. It's fun to watch during Christmas. It's a stoner Christmas movie. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That's actually a really good movie. Or 2 movies. They're funny as hell. Jim Carrey. I hope he does more stuff. This is one that's like a Gremlins and Goonies, like feature pack. Classic movies. Goonies. You gotta watch the Goonies. Now, when I was in college, Entourage came out right around the time that I graduated high school. So like their first season that summer was the summer I was graduating from high school and going into college. I love this. Love the movie. Love the TV show. I don't care what anyone else to say. Change Up. This is my wife's. I haven't watched it. Tet 2. I really tried to get through this. I still have not gotten through this to this day. The opening just really puts me out. I'm just like, is this a musical? Is this comedy? What is this? The Boss. It was, when this chick comedian was, Melissa McCarthy. I saw her in Heat with Sandra Bullock. It was funny as hell. I thought she was going to be really funny in every movie she is. She's not. She's kind of obnoxious. Road Racer. This is a weird 90s Selma Hayek movie. I bought it because of Selma Hayek. I don't know if she had learned how to speak English. I mean, she's from Mexico. She speaks Spanish. But I don't quite know if she fully learned English by the time this movie came out. Shaun of the Dead. This is an excellent, comedy zombie movie. Again, this is like a party movie. Like you're having a party, you're going to throw something on at Halloween. You don't want to freak people out. This is a fun movie to put out. I'm growing a stack of DVDs right in front of me. This is insane. The Return of the Living Dead. Again, this is another one of those, I think, is this the one that was the sequel? Or was the other one? I'm losing track of my shit. Arrival. This is a fantastic movie. What would actually look like a real, first landing, first encounter alien, thing. This is more true to what you would expect to find. Warcraft. I bought it just because, I know it's a thing. I'm not into Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not that kind of nerd. I have not seen or played. I have not played any of the Warcraft games, and I have not seen this movie, so we're going to get to it eventually. As you can tell, I have a lot of stuff to watch. The Blind Side, fantastic movie. Drama. The Purge. this is weird. Like, I bought this because I thought it would be good. I liked the first one in the election year. It's just fucking weird. House at the End of the Street. This is another one of those Halloween time movies. It's whoa, her face is kind of creepy. Poltergeist, decent remake. This is the newer one, not the original Poltergeist. The thing that's the most scary of this movie is the opening, like, menu. Like, when you put in the Blu-ray and the menu is a bunch of hands on your LCD screen. That's the scariest part of the movie, which is sad. Original Jurassic Park, timeless classic, best movie ever made. Don't Breathe, another horror movie about the guy from Avatar. He's blind. Some kids go in to rob him. They're in Detroit. They got no money. Shit goes wrong real fast. Independence Day. Yeah, this was a good 90s flick. I loved it as a kid. I remember when I was a kid and this came out, there was like a city playset that they sold. I used to like blow up the buildings and set everything up and have little toy soldiers. It was amazing times as a young man. WALL-E. I love WALL-E. I don't know why. I remember this came out, I think, around the same time that I had just started college. You know, it was a good date movie. Like, hey, let's go see WALL-E and maybe we'll get a little closer. But yeah, never worked out. Christmas Vacation. This is required Christmas viewing. I know that you see this like 20 times when Christmas rolls around. I never get sick of it. I love it. Toy Story, you know, makes me feel like a kid again. I love it. Toy Story 3, I cry like a bitch every time I see this movie. It's not fair. The B-Movie! What's the deal with the B-Movie? It's Jerry Seinfeld's attempt at like a Pixar movie. Actually not bad. It's a really good flick. Scrooge. Now, Bill Murray. Bill Murray has to be one of the best comedians of all time. Christmas movie. Four Christmases. This came out like right around the time I was graduating from college. It's the first time I had my own apartment, my own place. And it was like, hey, you want to come over and watch a Christmas movie? It's, you know, Four Christmases. Kind of a creeper. Christmas Story. Everybody knows what this is. I love Christmas. Don't judge me. Fred Claus. Again, bad Christmas movie. I watch it every year. Ha, here it is. I have 2 copies of this. My grandfather really wanted me to watch this movie. It's a fantastic war film. I love it. Bushido. $10 Best Buy random pick. I haven't watched it yet. The Last Samurai. Fantastic film. I know it's a little, you know, they say whitewashing in Hollywood. It's Tom Cruise, and it's a movie about samurai. It's fantastic. American Gangster. This is a fantastic movie. Denzel Washington just point blank blasts a dude on the street. Real good movie. Ex Machina, another one of my favorite modern day movies. Like a modern day classic about an AI. She goes batshit crazy. Here we go. Resident Evil. This is one of the animated Resident Evil movies. Degeneration. I actually haven't watched it all the way through. I'm just going to knock these all out at once. We got Resident Evil 3-pack? 4-pack. Holy shit, how many of these did they make? So you got Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5. And you got 6. I can't watch this. I have tried to watch this twice, and I have not gotten through it. The Babadook. This is actually, like, if you're a single parent and you want to get terrified watching a scary movie during the Halloween time, watch The Babadook, because it's about a single mother whose, you know, husband died, and the son is creepy, and there's this really scary looking fucking guy who's haunting them. It's creepy. The Grindhouse, Quentin Tarantino. This is required reading. You gotta watch The Grindhouse on Halloween or anytime. It Follows, another modern day horror classic about, you know, sexually transmitted, promiscuous. I can't tell if these people are in high school or if they're in college. It seems like they're old enough to be in college and their parents are never around. What the fuck's going on in Detroit, man? Now you have like 2 witch movies. You have Salem's Lords of Salem and then The Witch. They're actually both good movies. They're slowly paced. They're kind of hard to watch. They'll put you to sleep, but they're good movies. This movie here was a recommendation from a friend, The Phantasm. They put it out on Blu-ray. It's an old, like, 80s, 70s horror flick. I don't quite understand what's going on in this movie, but it's an interesting watch. we're back to horror. The Wolfman, Anthony Hopkins, and is that Benicio del Toro? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's not a bad movie. It's, whatever. It's a Halloween movie. The Blair Witch, I fell asleep watching this. I still haven't watched it all the way through. Highlander. You have to watch Highlander. You have Sean Connery, swords. What else? What more do you want? The Warrior. The Warrior is another Tom Hardy movie. It's a great flick. This because, MMA fighters. It's not bad. The Wrestler. The Wrestler is a fantastic movie. It has the story of a guy who was an old wrestler. He's getting into his 50s and 60s. His brain is all messed up. He has no skill set. And so he has to just sell his body to earn ends meet. He was once a superstar wrestler, and he just, he can't do anything else now. It's sad. Ouija board. That's what I call this movie. This is not a bad film. Get Out. So this is a creepy fucking movie, and it's got this really weird race, white, black folk, southern type of thing. It's a horror movie. Watch it. The Hollow. This is a weird film about some wood creatures that come for this family on some sacred ground. It's watchable. The Exorcist. I bought the Exorcist Holy Shit pack again from I think a Target. One of the greatest horror movies ever made. It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was legitimately afraid of getting possessed before I knew better. Star Wars episodes, 4, 5, and 6. Best movies ever made. That's not debatable. Transformers. I don't know why I have this. The Punisher. I thought that this was the good Punisher when I bought it. It's not. This is the shit Punisher movie, so don't buy it. Dread. Now, this Dread movie is actually a fantastic, remake of Dread. I don't know why that didn't go further than it should have. Daredevil Director's Cut. Shit. Kick-Ass is hilarious. The girl in this movie, she's a little psychopath. I love her. Sin City, kind of another instant classic. You gotta watch that. It's rewatchable. You're doing something. The Watchmen. This is a director's cut of The Watchmen. There's only certain parts of this movie that are entertaining. The rest of it is just really weird and kind of creepy. Okay, we are almost there. We're getting down to it. I'm running out of battery. I don't know how much longer this thing's going to be able to go. Holy shit, what have I done? My wife is laughing at me. So I have The Watchmen. This could have been awesome, these little animated Watchmen movies, but it's narrated by the same guy. So even the chick parts are being spoken by the guy. It's like I was reading the comic book. So thanks for nothing. Shogun Assassin. Now, Shogun Assassin, again, this is man law. Required. If you're a man, you gotta watch this fucking movie, alright? Fantastic Japanese film. 47 Ronin. I think it's supposed to be good. I bought it. I never watched it. I buy a lot of shit and don't watch it. I don't have the time. I'm too busy watching Ghostbusters all the time because it's really good. Super Cop. Fantastic 90s action movie. Here's the weird thing about Jackie Chan movies. I think everybody knows who Jackie Chan is now, but in the early 90s, when you were watching a Jackie Chan movie, when it hit the theaters in America, it was already 2 or 3 years old or older. They would make a Jackie Chan film in 87 or 91, and it wouldn't hit the theaters until 95, 96. And you're like, what the fuck am I watching? This looks old as shit. Still a fantastic movie. The Last Samurai. I think what happened with this is I bought a Blu-ray version, and then someone gave me a DVD version of The Last Samurai because they knew I was Japanese. They're like, here, it's Samurai. I'm just like, thanks a lot. Jesus Christ. The Raid. Instant classic. I don't know what language they're speaking in this movie. It's some sort of Asian persuasion, but it's a fantastic action movie. The Grandmaster. This is another one of those modern foreign films. It's beautiful to watch. It's entertaining. Leroy. Who's the Master? Now, I used to watch this as a kid. Again, I was a big Bruce Lee fan. This came out sometime in the 80s. I used to watch it. It's a fantastic movie. Go get this. Creed. modern day film. It's a real sad take on, what happens to Rocky and then Apollo Creed's illegitimate son. Really good movie. Now, I like Ip Man, so obviously I bought all the Ip Mans. I have like all of the Ip Man 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weird. They're fun to watch. Donnie Yen, I think is the actor's name. Fantastic martial artist, fantastic actor. Ip Man is a good time. Thor the Dark World. It was an okay sequel. Guardians of the Galaxy. Groundbreaking. One of the best that the MCU has put out. Civil War. One of the best they've put out. Captain America Winter Soldier is probably one of the greatest sequels in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is a bastardization of my childhood, the modern Ninja Turtles movie. I have tried to watch this several times as well. Original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1, 2, and 3. Only 1 is good, 2 is meh, 3 is what the fuck. And then there's this animated thing that came out when I was in high school, and I didn't watch it because, like I said, I had other priorities. We got Deadpool. We got X-Men First Class. This was an actually good, savior. So, X-Men after X-Men 3 was going to be done. They made Wolverine, it was shit. They made X-Men 3, it was shit. This came back and saved the franchise. It's a fantastic X-Men film. Then the sequel, X-Men. This is the Rogue Cut. I bought the Rogue Cut and, the Holy Shit package. Days of Future Past. This was even, this is Days of Future Past, the original theatrical one, not the Rogue Cut. Apocalypse, it was a good shot. It was a nice try. Didn't go anywhere. Logan, this is a fantastic film. Just on its own. If you're just Star Wars. I got Star Wars on the brain, man. If you're just an X-Men fan and you like the Old Man Logan series, this is a fantastic film. It's a real film. Avatar, it was good. When are the sequels coming out? I've been hearing about the sequels for the last 10 years. What the fuck? What are they going to do? Finding Nemo, I cry. Cinderella, this was my wife's. I don't know why it's in here. Jungle Book, kind of boring. It's a Wonderful Life in color. Fantastic Christmas movie. Get on it, watch it, love it, learn it, breathe it, cry. A Christmas Carol. I love watching A Christmas Carol during Christmas. Obviously, if I was watching it any other time of the year, I'd be a psycho. Finding Dory is funny. I don't cry. No Strings Attached. Did you guys know that Mariachi Sol de Mexico is in this movie? No shit. When, Ashton Kutcher is walking on the pier, there's Sol de Mexico right there playing. And they're playing, Lady Gaga or some shit. Friday. Absolutely required. Ice Cube. Friends with Benefits, it's they tried to do what No Strings Attached did, but kind of failed. Dear White People, I feel like I had to own this. Big Bang Theory, I just like the show, I don't know. Now we're getting into the war movies. We got American Sniper, fantastic movie. I don't know how true to life this actually is. I hear a lot of things. The Dirty Dozen, fantastic war movie. I like to buy old movies that have been remastered on Blu-ray because old movies were shot on film, and when they remaster them on Blu-ray, they look phenomenal. Courage Under Fire, Meg Ryan, Denzel Washington. It's a Desert Storm war movie. It's quite tragic. It's a good movie. Full Metal Jacket. This is probably one of the most popular and interesting, war movies about Vietnam. The first half of this movie is phenomenal. The second half is weird as shit. Apocalypse Now. This is Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen's dad in the 70s, a war film about a colonel that goes insane and starts murdering a bunch of people, so they have to send someone in there to go after his ass. Great film. Zero Dark 30. Sorry about that. It's a fascinating movie about the Osama bin Laden investigation and assassination. Not bad. Argo, it won an Academy Award. It's Ben Affleck. I've actually not... We put it into the DVD player once, and I fell asleep. Hell or High Water, supposed to be a great flick. I bought it just last week. I haven't watched it yet. Unforgiven. This is a fantastic Clint Eastwood film. I mean, it starts out a little slow, and it really, really builds the pace. Patton. This is when I first got my PlayStation 3 and started buying Blu-rays. This is one of the first Blu-rays I bought. I love buying old movies that have great stories on Blu-ray because they just look phenomenal and they're actually good stories. Another war movie, Bridge. Kelly's Heroes. It's like just a 70s Clint Eastwood thing.
Not bad.
Mine is supposed to be a movie I got a couple of months ago. It's supposed to be a really good one. I have not watched it. I have not watched a lot of these movies. I have too many to watch. Last of the Mohicans. This is Daniel Day-Lewis playing a white adopted Mohican Indian during the French and Indian War. This makes me cry a lot. Hacksaw Ridge. It's about a medic who served in World War II that didn't want to kill anybody. It's a Mel Gibson movie. It's interesting to watch. It's fun, but historically probably very inaccurate. 13 Hours. This I saw in theaters. I did a movie review on it. It's on my channel. This is a great, shooter, war movie. It's a real fucked up situation these guys found themselves in, but it's an actually great movie. Lone Survivor. It's about a Navy SEAL team that goes in after an Afghan Taliban something or other, and they get themselves in a real bad situation. It's Makwabug. Act of Valor. This is another Navy SEAL movie. It kind of feels and looks like it belongs on Netflix, but it was released in theaters. It's not bad. Saving Private Ryan, probably one of the best World War II movies and one of the best movies ever made. This will stick with you. Top Gun, best aviation movie ever made. My grandfather was in the Navy during the Vietnam War, and he worked on a Navy aircraft carrier. He was a welder and a blacksmith, and he was one of the deckhands that you see in the movie doing all the signs and the shit in the beginning of this movie. To him, this is one of the greatest aviation movies ever made. James Bond Spectre, great film. So here we go. I broke down one day, went to Best Buy and bought all of the James Bond Steelbook. When the last movie came out, they put these out. Casino Royale is probably one of the best James Bond movies they ever made. The other two are meh. Mission Impossible, I like it a lot. Jason Bourne, not bad, spy thriller. Magnificent Seven, it's an okay western. It's kind of boring. The Revenant, I saw in theaters. I get why it's a big deal. It's a great story. It's a great movie. You can only really watch it once or twice a year at the most. Now, Tombstone. Look at this. Look at this shit. Tombstone, one of the greatest modern western movies ever made. This is also required man law watching. If you are watching and you are a man and you do not have this or have not seen this, you need to get on it. This is priority number one. Watch Tombstone. You're a daisy if you do. Another man law requirement. This is kind of a documentary of Bruce Lee, his life, and just people that were influenced by his martial art and his philosophy. Polar Express. This is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I have a tradition with this movie. Every time on Thanksgiving, right? So Thanksgiving now is more about Black Friday. And no. On Thanksgiving, after we eat, when I'm trying to slowly not have a heart attack, I'll pop this movie in, and I either have a cup of coffee or some hot chocolate, and I sit down and I watch this movie on Thanksgiving night every year. If I'm not able to watch this movie on Thanksgiving night every year, I get very cranky. Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, another instant classic, one of my second or third favorite Christmas movies, and it's a really good movie. Elf, you gotta watch Elf. This is a fantastic Christmas movie. I don't know why, but when I was living in my apartment, I bought this fireplace DVD. Putting it on my TV was going to be like really cool and elegant, and just made me look like a douche. The Grinch. Jim Carrey likes to do Christmas movies. I think he's a kindred spirit. He likes Christmas as much as I do. Despicable Me, Fanny, Frozen, Kung Fu Panda 2. That is actually a great sequel. Kung Fu Panda 3, I have not watched this. I bought it and meant to watch it. I fall asleep. I fall asleep and don't watch a lot of my own movies. Despicable Me 2, great sequel. The Incredibles, I realized that at the time of filming this, Incredibles 2 is in the theaters. I have not seen it. Incredibles 1, I actually didn't see it when it first came out. I was busy with other stuff, but I understand it's a great movie. Some coffee. All right, we're almost done. Atomic Blonde. This is a badass, female spy, crazy, psycho lady. I love her. She's great. She kills a lot of folks, kicks a lot of ass. Blade Runner is another. This is very, very good sequel in terms of the original Blade Runner ties in very well to this and vice versa. I fell asleep watching this too. I understand it's a great film. It's a little boring. Ninjago, the Lego. I couldn't watch this. I thought it would be better than it actually was. Coco. Now, I'm a mariachi, armonia player. I play guitar, guitarrón, vihuela, golpe. I started out playing violin. This movie made me want to cry. Actually, I think I shed a tear or two. It's about a young Mexican boy who wants to be a guitar player, but his family hates music and discourages him and actively gets in his way to becoming a musician. This makes me sad because when I was a little boy like this, my family did everything to encourage me. They gave me guitars, they gave me lessons, they let me watch music, everything. They were all 100%, Mijo, you go play music and you practice and you get good. And watching this makes me think of like my great-grandmother, my grandparents, my family, and how supportive they were. And, this poor boy's, situation is the total opposite. It makes me very sad. All right, we're getting into some Sacred Covenant stuff. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I bought this at a Bookman's because it's a holy shit edition. I love the Clone Wars. It's my second favorite thing out of all the Star Wars lore. This is the other one that they did, like a really nice fancy case. Rogue One. I bought the holy shit edition at Target. Rogue One is actually a fantastic movie. I don't care what you say. I had to buy the original Star Wars release when it first came out on Blu-ray. This was like $60 used. Like brand new right now, it's going for like 120 or some crazy shit. When it first came out, it was $100. Like I said, I'm a mariachi, I'm not rich. Oh, okay. I bought this. I tried to rewatch it. I tried to understand what the fuck was going on with this movie. I still can't figure it out. I don't like this movie. I don't like what they're doing with Star Wars. They need to get this shit better, okay? Better. I want to use this as target practice. I'm going to get my shotgun and I'm going to skeet shoot this bitch. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. I actually enjoy watching these a little bit more now after The Last Jedi came out, which is what pisses me off even more about The Last Jedi. I bought the Star Wars Christmas special. I haven't watched it yet. I'm saving this for Christmas so I can check it out. I know it's bad. Clone Wars. Clone Wars is my second favorite Star Wars thing ever. Like the series, the movie, everything. I have the Lost episodes. I watch these, because they're good stories. They're really good. The Force Awakens. My wife bought this for me. Now, I love The Force Awakens. And it's so sad because watching it now, it's a little diminished, right? But she bought me the 3D pack because it had an extra bonus feature, and I had the original release. Every time I watched this, it was that much better until Last Jedi came out and ruined it. I like Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, the Obi-Wan Kenobi one, where he, fucks up Darth Maul. Fantastic. This whole series is good. I gotta buy the fourth one when it comes out. Holy crap. Staying with TV, the Boondocks. If you don't know what the Boondocks is, you just ain't down. Sorry, you gotta be down to know what this shit is. Riley's my man. I love Riley. Reminds me of people that I grew up with. It's fucking hilarious. I'm a big fan of Terminator. I love the Sarah Connor Chronicles. They should have made a season 3. I don't know why they pulled out, but these are fantastic to watch if you're a Terminator fan. Batman, the animated series. This is required watching if you are. Just look at Batman and Catwoman. Jesus, they are getting on to things, man. He's like, I got some things to tell you later. I play mariachi music, so one of the most influential movies when I was a kid at La Bamba, growing up, this movie still makes me cry, man, even more so now. I don't know why I bought this, but if you're mariachi, you know what that is. Sci-Fi Science, this came out about 8 years ago on the Sci-Fi Channel. Michio Kaku is theoretical physicist. Excellent viewing pleasure. I got a John Mayer concert disc. This was fun for a while to just throw on during parties and my single days. Desperado 1 and 2, good movies. There's a Blu-ray edition of these out. I gotta get that. It's like $10 right now. It's gonna get expensive. Young Guns 2, I'll Make You Famous. This is if you haven't seen Young Guns or Young Guns 2, this is an actually really great sequel. It's about Billy the Kid. Devil's Advocate. Kinky. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Carlito's Way, another good gangster flick. You know, again, I watched this when I was, you know, growing up in high school. It came on TV, and I was like, oh, what is that? Let's see, what else do I got here? Yeah, that's the end of the line. I got two. I got the Spirit of Mexico Mariachi Spectacular in the early 2000s with Vargas. I found it, I bought it, I watched it, it was great. I got this. I mean, I play mariachi music. When this came out, I was curious. I wanted to see what it was all about. It was kind of a waste of money. Well, guys, that is it. That is all the, well, not all the Blu-rays. So, you know, on the wall and in, you know, in my closet, I have like some limited edition, like holy shit actual box sets. You know, you buy those boxes and there's like a prop or like a, you know, a thing that holds the DVDs. I have several of those. I don't want to pull them all down because they're heavy. They're in a place. I gotta dust them off. You know, they're displayable. I might do a follow-up video with the limited special holy shit editions that I have of like The Walking Dead, Batman, Fast Furious. I have a bunch of other stuff. Marvel. But that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching this crazy. I know it's a long video, guys, and if I can, I might have broken it up into 2 parts. This might be part 2. If not, then you're just gonna have to sit here and watch my Blu-ray collection for an hour and a half while you're taking a shit. So, if you guys like this, subscribe for more. It's a lot of fun. I like movies. I like music. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're watching my channel and you follow me, you like the same stuff. But yeah, I gotta put all this away now. This is going to be a nightmare. But thanks a lot for watching. Share, like, comment. Let me know what your guys' favorite movies are. I mean, I started this channel hoping to be a movie critic. There's too many fucking people doing that, so my focus has shifted slightly over the last year and a half. So if you like it, subscribe, and thanks a lot. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Good Lord. What am I going to do with all of this? I'm going to put all this back now. Ah! Yeah, because she was downstairs, right? Can you take her? Go, baby. She must have squeezed her way through that little hole. She's just like, I'm getting in here somehow. But you have to tear me down. Door? Dude, my Blu-ray. Look at all this shit. I'm gonna try if I don't lose battery. Yeah, shit.